Well, those who are living out on our streets face a lot of struggles, and new research shows those struggles may give them some protection from the virus. People who are outside and out of a shelter are doing a better job of avoiding the virus. Channel 9's Glenn Counts spoke to researchers and those who work with homeless neighbors every day, and he joins us now live. Glenn?
Well, Scott, some of the main advice we've all been given about the virus is that outside is safer than inside. Turns out that is true for the homeless. And yes, sleeping on the street is hard, but researchers say it does appear to offer some protection. At the beginning of the pandemic, it was feared that COVID would decimate homeless populations.
COVID's been a definite challenge for us.
Brad Goforth of Samaritan's House, which helps the homeless with medical issues.
We were able to keep COVID out of our house for quite a while until recently when somebody came down with COVID and it affected 3 people in the house.
While shelters have had to battle to keep the virus out, experts say the worst fears about COVID and the homeless have not come true.
It has not, and we're thankful it has not been as bad as we thought.
Deronda Metz, director of the Salvation Army Women's Shelter.
We're very, very fortunate too that we haven't had any serious COVID cases that have warranted long-term hospitalizations or death.
But the women's shelter has had 45 COVID cases. Congregate settings have been an issue. In fact, some experts say it's actually safer to sleep on the street.
In that one city, when they looked at their data, their rates in people who were unsheltered were lower than people who were sheltered.
Dr. Elizabeth Empert is with the Center for Vulnerable Populations at UC San Francisco, which has studied COVID in the homeless. Because of the risk of infection, some have come to the conclusion that they don't want a roof over their head in a shelter situation.
There's people that are afraid to come into shelters because of COVID, because they feel like they're safer outside.
The hospital says they need care, but they refuse to come into a congregate setting indoors for fear that they're going to get COVID. So they would rather go on the street, go in a tent or something like that, and they think they will be a lot less risk.
Well, experts say that getting sick is just one of the dangers of the virus. COVID has also added to the numbers of people who are homeless, and experts say that those numbers are likely to grow once these eviction moratoriums are lifted. Back to you guys.
All right, Glenn, thank you. And tomorrow, the county will host a virtual town hall focused on homelessness. They'll have experts and challenges and solutions to the homelessness problem. Also, you can share your input. That's tomorrow night from 6 until 8 o'clock.